A man named Morlar, though I kept thinking of it as Molar, played by Richard Burton, was found dead in his apartment in London. But soon he inexplicably has a pulse. He's taken off to hospital. A French inspector, I can't remember his name, Inspector Clouseau, is on the trail of who did this and why. The Medusa touch jumps back and forth in time, a flashback to when Morlar became the patient of a psychiatrist played by Lee Remick. I can't remember Lee Remick's character's last name. It begins with a Z. Anyway, when Morlar goes to see Dr. Ziggy, he confesses that he has the power to cause catastrophe. He doesn't know where it's from. He doesn't know if it's supernatural, if it's science. He just knows that he can cause great destruction just by wishing it. He's finally accepted that this isn't just a series of coincidences in his life. He actually has this great destructive power. And as someone who has passionate feelings about human beings and the state of the world, he's afraid that these catastrophes are just going to keep getting worse and worse until he does something on a large scale. But what does this have to do with him being almost killed? That's what the Inspector Clouseau is trying to find out. If told chronologically, there's just not much of a story because the audience would be way ahead of the characters because we went into the movie knowing there was a supernatural aspect to it. The parallel storytelling, John Morlar and then Inspector Clouseau, back and forth, keeps us on the inspector's side, trying to figure out why Morlar has this power, even if he has this power. Is he using power, or is he the victim of some power, or both? Or, first it's a curse, then, like Carrie in her curse, will he find a way to use this power? The cast is middle-aged, everyone's kind of miserable, and Richard Burton is in his post-Exorcist II, post-Oscar loss bad mood. It is closer to his Equus role. In Equus, his role was mostly monologue, aimed at the camera. This time he has Lee Remick to react to him. She has a nothing part. She is Morlar's psychiatrist, who is interviewed by Inspector Clouseau after Morlar is incapacitated. So Burton and Clouseau never have a scene together, but we see her being talked at by Burton in the flashbacks, and then Clouseau questioning her about the content of those flashbacks in the present time. It's like Burton wanted a simple, straightforward supernatural movie to take the taste of the wacko Exorcist 2 out of his mouth. I actually wish they had more time and a broader storyline because Morlar is one of the few genuinely hostile leads in a sci-fi movie. Think of Village of the Damned. If Morlar was the lead, he'd help the evil kids take over. Richard Burton's character is flat. It's not an insult, just an observation. As a writer, flat characters are useful when you're most interested in your theme. Burton's whole character is motivated by self-interest and trying to figure out why he's connected to so many tragedies. The flashbacks, especially the one when he was a lawyer, actually building the groundwork for Morlar's actions later on. When Morlar worked as a lawyer, he denounced memorials to those leaders who killed millions in the name of good. It seems like that scene is just dropped in to give Morlar some dimension, but it also gives him a purpose, a motive for what he might do if he somehow got great power. The direction is ordinary. Burton's got the energy to make his lines work. He needs some stylish imagery to illustrate Morlar's growing frustration and seeming insanity. But the story hums along. If you're into cozy disaster stories, check out The Medusa Touch. It's no classic, but it's not bad. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon.